Good day, fam, and welcome back to another episode of JustReikkoTV. It's just me, Rico, and I'm going to be your host for today. Now, today is going to be Monday, July 7th of 2025, and welcome back for another garden update, garden tour. Now, before I begin, gardeners out there, man, this weather is definitely not working in our favor this season for some reason, so please give yourself a little bit of grace as you are out there in your garden, and please remember during these heat waves to keep yourself hydrated. Now, I got some really great things going on in my garden, so come along with me as I give you all another tour. All right, so coming right under the trellis, as we can see, our snapdragons are basically no more. They have all died off, but I'm thankful for what I got for the season because they were very beautiful. All right, so coming right over here to the left of my trellis, we are going to start with the potatoes. Right over here, it is looking like these potatoes right here are dying down a lot more. So I am really expecting in the next few weeks to be harvesting some potatoes. In this second container right here, it is taking just a little bit longer to die off, but I say in the next month or so, they'll be gone and ready to harvest. So I'm really excited about that, man. Potatoes is one thing that I use in a lot of cooking, whether it's making fries, mashed potatoes, potato salad, so many different unique ways for me to utilize potatoes. So I am very excited about these potatoes dying down and getting a harvest. The potatoes are underneath, so you never really know what's going on under there until you actually go in and make that harvest. So in the next few weeks, I'll be sharing a video with you guys on these potatoes. Right over here is by the potatoes are going to be a new addition that I added to my garden. I just planted some mammoth sunflowers, so I'm expecting a sunflower to pop out of there shortly, and this sunflower is going to grow about 10 feet tall. So I'm really excited about this new addition right here. All right, coming around right behind me, it is going to be our cantaloupes and our honeydew melon. Now, just last week, look at the bees. The bees are going to work. Can you guys see that? Look at it. Look at it. The bees are working. The bees are working. But just last week, I had came to you guys with some concerns about my cantaloupes, that I had all male flowers and no female flowers. Then all of a sudden, a few days ago, let me come around and show you guys. I had some female flowers to pop up and pop out, and it's looking like we got some cantaloupes that are going to be forming here pretty shortly. I am extremely excited about that. The people was telling me, look at this right here. The people was telling me to just be patient, that they're going to come along. And I really am happy about that, because I thought that I was doing something wrong. And at the end of the day, I wasn't. Patience is just a virtue. Now, we do have some yellowing leaves at the bottom here. I am going to come back in and prune off all of these yellowing leaves. I'm gonna probably do that tomorrow because it's already 82 degrees out here, and after I'm done with the video, I'm taking my behind right back inside. Right over here, we got the honeydew melon, and the honeydew melon has basically been growing and thriving. I did just fertilize yesterday, and it's already starting to grow flowers on them. So I'm really excited about showing you guys next week, because there should be a really great burst of growth coming from the melons right here. Now, I did pick off the first set of flowers that grew on the plant. That way they can go ahead and produce some more, but I'm gonna leave those flowers on there and let them do what they do. All right, coming around here to the other side of my melon trellis, you got this smaller watermelon plant right here. that I had showed you guys, it has something going on with like the root system down there, and I was surprised that it was still growing. But look, right here, it has produced like a small watermelon. And I actually, yesterday, I saw the flower on there and I went ahead and hand pollinated it. So it should be showing a little bit more growth over the next week. So I should have a better update for you all then. Right over here, I am going to come around to this side because I am excited to share with you guys that look at this. Oh my gosh, look how big this sugar baby watermelon has grown, like over the past week. Now, what I do have this watermelon in, this is a melon net that I ordered off of Amazon because, of course, my watermelons are on a trellis. So I want to make sure that it doesn't get too heavy for the vines and end up falling off. All right. Now, while I am happy that there has been tremendous growth with this watermelon, I am concerned that this watermelon right here, it has not grown or anything like that in the past week. And then I have another one in there that has not grown either. I did also have a few smaller melons that was on the plant, and they just started falling off. So I'm not sure if all of the energy is going to this one watermelon or what, but I'm just letting nature take its course and do its thing. At least we're going to have one sugar baby watermelon coming off of this, and I'm excited about that. It's looking nice, healthy with that deep green color. All right, and coming right behind this trellis is we also have a few new additions that we added. Right over here, I got a lemongrass plant out here because the wintertime is going to be here before we know it, and I'm going to be wanting to make like fresh teas and things like that. So this lemongrass is really a good antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. So I could just see myself making some ginger lemongrass tea and things like that. So I'm really, really excited about that. Right over here is I just went ahead and planted some okra. I want to get a few okras coming out of this to make some fried okra and things like that. And then right here, I also got some beets that I am going to be growing. Both of these were planted on the 2nd, so it's only been about 4 or 5 days. I haven't seen any germination out of them yet, but that's totally okay. I definitely know it'll come. Right over here is going to be some chamomile seeds, flower seeds that I planted. And this look, oh no, I was about to say it looks dry, but underneath that first layer, you can feel the moistness. And is this actually, look, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there is something that actually already popped out there. So that's pretty exciting. Once again, want to make some nice chamomile tea during the cooler months. So I'm really, really excited about that. All right. And coming right up here, we are coming to our corn. Our corn is just continuing to grow and look really, really nice. As you guys can see, I finally added some mulch to it, some pine shavings, because I've been watering these plants every day, and maybe I've been overwatering them. It hasn't shown no signs of that. I have been seeing really, really good growth, but I did want to add some mulch to it. That way I'm not watering every day. I'm not using rainwater or anything like that. I'm using water from the hose. So anything to help cut down on the watering. It's been extremely hot, so I want to make sure that the soil stays nice and moist and that it does not dry out. So that's been a little concern, but look at these plants. They have just been showing a really, really nice burst of growth. All right, coming around here to this corner is going to be one of my crimson sweet watermelon plants, and this is one of the newer plants. And right over here, we have a watermelon on there. Now this watermelon, I also hand pollinated yesterday, so I'm hoping to see some growth off of it. If not, it'll just stay that size and eventually die off. And then I'll wait for another one to grow on there to hand pollinate. But right now, it is looking like it's going to do something good. And what I did is I actually lowered some of these vines closer to the ground. And that way, I don't have to try to figure out what I'm going to do with the watermelons whenever they start producing and getting bigger. I could just let them grow on the ground, make sure I make a bed of hay around them, and then they should be good to go. Right behind me is our cucumbers, and my cucumbers look like they are really struggling and starting to die out. In the next week, if I don't see more cucumbers start to produce on them, I'm going to go ahead and pull this plant. Just the other day, if you guys watch one of my shorts, you will see that I just harvested like 3 cucumbers. Well, it was 2 cucumbers that I harvested on cameras, and then I harvested a third off of this plant. So I feel like I got what I wanted from them. Now, I do see 2 cucumbers that are growing right here. They are not the darkest green color. So I am concerned that they may not grow fully, or they may not grow. What the heck is this? Man, I hate these little jumping things. What are these? Are these good or bad? Because I don't know. They be jumping and hopping on everything. But yeah, this plant is looking like really, really sad, and it's looking like it's actually done for the season. So if that is the case, wait, okay. I see a little watermelon I see a little cucumber right here doing a little something, something. So yeah, so I might actually be able to see a few more cucumbers. That cucumber is still a little lighter on the green side, but we'll see what they do. And like I said, if nothing else produces, I'm gonna go ahead and pull that. Right over here, we have our Drusba tomato. And of course, this is my indeterminate tomato plant. And the tomatoes have been growing on this plant. They're currently all green right now. But of course, we just have to be patient and wait for them to like continue to grow and produce tomatoes. So within the next few weeks, we should definitely see some tomatoes. I did buy some twine from Amazon so I can go ahead and like control this plant a little bit, because with it being an indeterminate plant, it is going to continue to grow and continue to produce. So I just want to make sure like it's basically growing out into this space right here. So I'm just want to make sure that I can be able to control it just a little bit more. And coming down right here, guys, I planted some fresh green beans. The other green beans that I had growing along this trellis, they were just not producing any green beans. I got 2 green beans off of the plants, and then that was basically it. It had continued to grow up the trellis, as you can see, and I have to remove these off of the trellis. I'm gonna do a maintenance on the whole garden probably tomorrow morning, early in the morning. But it was just not producing beans, and green beans are one of my favorite vegetables. So I just wanted to try to plant some more and see if I'll get any produce from these 3 plants. So definitely fingers crossed. I know somebody told me like degrees, when it's over 85 degrees, the plant really doesn't produce anything. So anytime it gets over 80 degrees, I try to cover it with a shade cloth to give these plants a little bit of nice, cool shade. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. All right, right beside it, we have our homestead tomatoes. And these homestead tomatoes, they've had the same tomatoes right over here that's been growing on the plant. And even though there are other flower pods, I haven't really seen any new growth of tomatoes on there. So I am just a little bit worried, but I've also learned the task of just being patient. So I definitely expect that there will be some more growth on this plant. But right now we have 4 or 5 nice tomatoes that are growing in. Right down here is some thyme. This is German thyme that I just bought, and I added right down here to the plants to try to deter some of the pests and things like that. Give it a little bit of shade. We actually picked some of this thyme off for some fish that we had the other day, so it comes in handy for that as well. All right, and right behind it, we have this watermelon plant. And guys, look, there is a crimson sweet watermelon that has been growing. And what I decided was to also put that in a watermelon bag and just allow it to grow in there until it gets bigger. This fence isn't really that sturdy. It moves easily. So as the watermelon plant gets bigger, I'm definitely going to move it out of the bag. But at the size it is right now, I think that's perfect to have it in there. That way it's not putting too much stress or tension on the actual vine. I don't want it to pop. I do want to enjoy crimson sweet watermelon this season as well. All right. Right down here, we have our carrots, and it is almost time to harvest these carrots. It's almost at its 70 days, which is the amount of time that they give it to harvest. These flies are attacking me. But yeah, so just like with the potatoes, you never know what's going on under there with the carrots. So I'm really excited to have a carrot harvest this season. Right over here, we also have several new additions to the garden. Right here is some ginger that I planted underneath there. We want ginger this winter. That is something that we must have. So I'm really excited about the ginger growing and producing in this grow bag, because if I don't get ginger that grow, I have to go to the store and buy the ginger. But ginger is definitely a staple in my household in the wintertime. Right over here, we have some mint that is growing. And then right beside the mint, we also have some lemon balm. Now, these two plants, along with the thyme, are the only plants in my garden that I did not grow from seed. So I feel okay about that. Although I want to grow everything from seed, it was a little late for me to try to grow mint, lemon balm, and things like that. So I picked them up from the garden center, and I feel like that's okay. All right, so right over here in the pepper patch, we have our sweet potatoes, and the sweet potatoes are continuing to grow. The leaves are starting to spill over this pot. So I definitely know in the next few months, we'll have some good old sweet potatoes. Right here is my blueberry bush. My blueberry bush is continuing to grow a little bit. Still no blueberries on it, but didn't really expect any blueberries, so I am totally okay with that. What I might do is I might buy for next season, I might buy another blueberry bush and put it right beside it so they can definitely try to grow together. Right next to the blueberry bush, we have our cayenne peppers. Cayenne peppers are still looking green. They haven't started to turn red or anything like that yet. In the pot with the cayenne peppers, I did have cilantro, but the cilantro, as you can see, have gone to seed. We're going to try to still utilize some of the cilantro down here to the bottom, but cilantro isn't something that we use enough. And now that I'm thinking about it, I don't even know why I bought cilantro, because we don't really use cilantro in many of anything at all. So I don't know what my thought process was in that. Right beside that plant, we have our other cayenne pepper plant right here. And they have cayenne peppers on there. There's a yellow leaf right here. I wonder if this is from, looks like that leaf died. So I don't know where that's from, if it fell from a tree or if it fell off of the plant. But most of the other leaves are green, so maybe it came from somewhere else. But yeah, cayenne peppers are looking pretty good right now at this point. Oh, and then I see some new pods that are starting to form. So right now, I guess we're just waiting on them to turn red so I can do what I do. I'm definitely going to be making some cayenne powder. And I also want to make some chili pepper flakes as well. All right next to the cayenne peppers, we do have some habanero peppers that has been starting to produce on this plant. And I'm excited about the habaneros. There's two right there, and then there's one right there. And then we have just a whole bunch of pods that's going to be producing. So in the next week or so, I expect to see this plant starting to burst with habanero peppers. There's a yellow leaf right here as well. I'm concerned. I wonder why. Maybe it's the bottom leaves. Yeah, so I'm gonna be coming in to do some maintenance on these plants to get rid of like some of the leaves on the bottom and things like that, because yeah, we want nice fresh green leaves. But they've been producing really good, so I'm excited about that. Coming around to the next habanero pepper plant. This plant is also starting to produce as well. There's a habanero pepper, lots of flowers on this plant, but this plant is like a stunted plant. It hasn't really grown very much. And so yeah, I just fertilized them, so I should see something start to happen. But this plant is definitely smaller than the other plant, but still producing nonetheless. So we'll definitely take all of the wins that we can. Before I go around to the other side, just want to share with you guys my strawberry plants, my one strawberry plant right here, one strawberry plant right here, or two. And look, we have another strawberry that's growing on this plant. And then we have a few right there that's growing. So that'll give me something to snack on. But also, I'm having a lot of strawberry runners that are starting to happen. So I have to make sure that I try to plant some of these runners before they get out of control, and then cut the ones off that I'm not going to be utilizing, because I don't want too much energy to be going into the runners of these strawberry plants. I got some maintenance to do, man. It's just a little hot. Right over here is one of my more proudest plants, because I know you guys have seen this plant grow, and it's just crazy. It was literally that low. I was really concerned that it wouldn't grow and produce, but obviously some hot pepper plants just like the heat. And so this is going to be my plant. It's supposed to be like a Scotch bonnet plant, but these peppers are from Trinidad. I'm actually concerned a little bit because I follow someone on TikTok, and she just did a video where she thought she had spicy Scotch bonnet peppers, and the peppers ended up to be a mild and sweet pepper. So I am ready for at least one pepper to grow on this so I can pick it off and try it, just to make sure that it's spicy, because I want spicy peppers. I've been waiting for these spicy peppers, and I have family members that are waiting for these spicy peppers. So let's just hope that they do what they're supposed to do. Right over here is my first of two jalapeno pepper plants, and these jalapenos have been growing so good. I actually have to finally come in and harvest some of these jalapenos on here. I've been waiting until I get enough jalapeno peppers so I can go ahead and pickle them. And so I'm thinking that both of these plants have enough peppers on them. This is the other plant right here. And you see all of those peppers on there that's growing in. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Oh, let me come back. Did I show you guys how much the marigolds are starting to grow? They're still filling out. So beautiful. I'm really excited about seeing the marigolds at full growth. All right, coming right over here is going to be our bell peppers. And it is crazy how much bell peppers is growing on this plant. I did not expect it to produce this many bell peppers. Like, you got one right here, one right here, one right here, one starting to grow right there, one around right here, one starting to grow right, like, wow, there is so many bell peppers that is growing on this plant. I am so excited about that, man. So excited. I'm gonna make some stuffed bell peppers. I use fresh onions and peppers in most of my recipes, so I'm really excited about the growth on that. And then coming around to this second bell pepper plant. Now, two of the bell peppers I had to pull off, and I made a short showing you guys as well. Or did I show you guys in the last video? It had some kind of rotting on one of my other bell peppers. So I've been coming in and checking this bell pepper every day. And right now it is looking good. It is growing good. And surprisingly, there haven't been that many bell peppers growing on this plant like the other plant, but definitely still bell peppers as well. We got a little one right around here and some still coming out of those flowers. So super excited. Right back here, we have our onions, and it looks like some onion balls are actually starting to form on some of these onions. Some of them are growing a little bit more than others, but that's okay too. These are Elsa Craig sweet onions, and I'm not expecting to harvest these until August or September. So as they continue to grow, I just make sure that I keep them nice and moist. Yep, the soil is still pretty moist. And so yeah, I'm excited about those because I love sweet onions, raw as well as cooked. Coming around here to the red onions, I had clipped all of the scallions off of these onions. What is this? I see spots. There are spots on there. I wonder what that is. I hope that it's okay. But yeah, I had clipped all of the scallions off of these onions and they started to just grow back, but I'm starting to see bulbs form on these onions as well. So yeah, pretty excited about that too. Marigolds growing in. Ugh, I just love them. But yeah, guys, let me do a quick backup so you guys can like just get a span of everything that is going on in the garden. Starting from the left side, coming all the way around. And that is going to complete our garden tour for today. All right, guys, for the very first time since I've been videoing outside, my camera got overheated and it actually went out. So that tells me that it is hot as hell up out here, you know. And so I went ahead, in the meantime, I went ahead and covered most of my fruits and vegetables with a shade cloth just to give them a little bit of protection, the protection that they need. But man, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this garden update, garden tour today. As you guys see, there are lots of great things that are continuing to happen and continuing to grow in the garden. There are also some not so good things that's happening, but no losses, just lessons. You know, it's just me, Rico from JustReikkoTV. Thank you all very much for following along with me. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video if you want to. And until the next time, fam, keep growing and peace.